onto Sunset, Bleed's pick, and we'll see if things do swap back in their favor. As we do have Crazy Guy back on the Sova, Lucy Polvi back on the Neon.
No raid boss, just a full ghost.
Well, I mean,
for everyone.
Obviously, you know, a very
Bit
important
of a trap
map to
play as
Bleed.
well. Camera
This is the map
spots
that they
legs,
beat.
flash goes in. I imagine there's a
Excuse me, they
neon
lost
stun on top of
GE
it as
the last
well.
time they played on this map, but that was back in kickoff. Since then, GE has struggled on this map, to put it nicely.
I swear you can get a slide.
They got destroyed by
I need to
Zeta,
look at the.
and they
I
lost
need to look at
Paper
the
X.
neon buy.
Most people lose to
that
Paper
you
X
can
on
do.
this map. That's understandable, but then they lost to Team Secret as
Well,
well. So
there goes that
it was also
potential
very good on this
setup.
map,
Now
as
do
we've
they just
seen.
randomly
And they
flash?
also beat
Or do
Paper
they
X
take
last
contact,
stage.
run
So
to the
it's
left,
been a
then
tough map
flash?
for GE, but who knows? This Neon, well, didn't find any value that time. Trying that same old kind of
Yeah, this whole thing got annihilated because this knife hit.
the relay bolt.
Like everything went wrong because the knife hit the cipher, the cam then goes, that's the early info, and then they just went for the stun and the flash was late.
He was awesome.
So, yeah, I didn't like that.
Lotus, but it was a lot of that setup. Like, that's what was really
Yeah, they
impressive.
probably need to have some kind of backup
Need
setup
to see
where
more of
someone's
that
spotting
this round.
tight angle
Maybe
here,
not gonna
tucks
be
in,
the Neon show,
tucks
but
into the
still a lot of
left, then there's the stun, then they
for them
swing.
as they are going full on towards B, and it's gonna have to be a rotate for GE as they committed towards the A side, expecting the rotate, but enough time bought here for Bleed to get the plant.
Yeah, essentially just able to run on into this one. And now Blaze King pretty far up. They're not going to expect that. With the Boombot going a little bit deeper, and now Blaze King able to trade for the 1-for-1 essentially. Scary going to get a lot of information, knows exactly where they are, but Lightning Fast still going to check it. Scary will win.
Oh my god, he's still alive. Oh my god, he got another
one as well before going down.
Yeah, he did everything.
So
well,
advantage here over the side
that should be a
of
done round.
Bleed in members, and just in time, really not a lot of time here to clear out behind the box as now Zest and Bretla just
Blaze King the
and
whole
there
time,
they
just
go.
holding
Able
for
to
this
take them all
peak, and
down
no
as they
one
had to push
was
there.
over towards the
And
right.
Bleed will start off with a first round win.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
pistols have been,
is
wait, what
really
even happened in the first
wins
pistol?
them this
I know,
round in
Bleed
two
did
different
win a
ways.
pistol, right?
Off the rip, able to
It's,
dodge
it's
the relay
1-2.
bolt, get the kill before the flash connects, and then Scary just
Did they win a
kind of
pistol?
holding the angle at market,
One enemy remaining.
stabilizing enough to get that first kill, ready for the second, and then that
They won
allows you to
second
set up in
pistol,
that
yeah,
really
okay.
tricky
Not losing my mind
position
fully.
for your opponents in B main.
Okay, and
It's
they
really
don't all
tough,
buy on
especially if
this
you don't have
map.
any mollies
Maybe
or
it's because of
flashes
the
to clear that
scoreline, who
space.
knows?
It's
They're
almost
allowed death.
impossible. So nice ideas, nice setup, nice execution for Bleed. Another pistol round win for them, and on the back foot already RGE, but you know, you never know. We've seen quite a few ecos already this stage.
Yeah.
This is looking not too bad at the
I mean,
moment.
even-
GE full info over towards
yesterday,
A, one
Paper X
person,
versus
and
TRX,
they can
like
at
those
least
teams,
3
doesn't
stack
matter if
B
they have
with one
guns
much
or
in
not,
middle.
they're both going to find
So
ways
3-1-1.
somehow.
They've all got classics, but
to
they
pick
can
up
maybe
Thrifty.
do the
Says now
damages
it's trying to
needed.
push through, and a
Probably
very nice
not.
opening up here from the side of Darian. He does hold the spray.
Okay, anything,
and it does
any
get
other
taken
kill
out,
is
but
big.
At least Retla is able to trade back, so only the one classic kill going the way of Polvi so far. Not too much damage sustained by Bleed.
Zest fell back to pick up that Vandal, and it dropped off of Darian. Good kill for Retla, but
There we
Lightning
go.
Fast, quick to trade that.
He just sticks around a little bit too long. There were 3 members there just firing it in, and now Scary does have this angle, and he will take them both down and make quick work
Still,
of that.
should
couple of kills to
be
go the way of
a
Global,
little bit
but
happy with the kill.
Expected round win over to Bleed.
Yeah, and that's a pretty nice pickup there for Bleed. To only lose 2 players, you don't mind that at all. Yeah, you drop one of the Bulldogs, but at the end of the day, it's not too bad. Nice, easy push through. Yeah, you lose, again, you lose 2, but you're fine with that. And Scary had a pretty good map 1, actually. Looking to continue now that he has seeded that IGL roll back over to Crazy Guy.
Okay, bonus
Frees
looks
him up
really
to
good. No
do scary
outlaws,
things.
lot of light armors,
Crazy Guy.
and
Oh boy, gotta be
first
so
big
careful
buy
here.
round. They absolutely
Colby
send it.
almost
Recon one-way
able to
slide
get there
stun.
in time, but that 0 point gets there to save his life.
I wonder how often they'll be
Force
doing
the-
that stuff. This
force the
becomes a
players of
little
GE
bit more
back. It's
popular now
a
that
lot of space being
people,
taken.
now that you
Elbow
have
control there.
double
Yes, the cam will spot this.
slide.
It's going to be
But I would imagine
counterplay
people
here.
would
Couple
try
trap players
and
on the
use
site
less of the
for,
stun early.
for
But yeah,
Blaze
you
King
can
to
take a
play
lot
off
more
of.
map control and defense now with the
How are
Neon.
they going to do it? Using that drone to check, but Russ knows
Well,
that
more
came from right behind
committed
that
map
box.
control. You could always take map control with
Oh,
double
he
stun.
turns.
Oh, he turns.
Wait,
and
he has-
Russ is
oh.
in a bit of trouble, but not actually punished. Darian not able to get there. Now there's going to be
Dude,
a kill
Russ
going
has been
over
great, man,
to
to be
Russ.
fair.
This crazy guy kind of just
Russ has
runs
probably
into
been their
him. I feel
most
like that should have
consistent
been
fragger.
communicated that he was right there. And now that gives a pretty good chance here for Global to get this retake, although Darian pretty far up. Gonna take a bit of damage through the box and will go down to Benkai. Spamming through that one, and now Retla pretty low. The paranoia does come out, but only able to get Pulvy down.
It's a pretty clean round. One death, one armor rebuy.
On to 4 rifles.
Benkai with the defuse gets his ult.
Thinking in this round for GE.
Hello FPS, hello mate. Thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate
the prime. Thank you for the full team.
Kind of allows them to work that space a little bit easier. Even though I thought for a second there Russ was done. I thought Crazy Guy was going to swing that corner, but he actually didn't. Didn't want to open up that angle by himself. And then when he chose that timing after the contact was made on the site, Russ had been able to back
every POV of Blaze King, we used to absolutely mouse one and spraying the whole time.
Help Crazy Guy out, went for the
it's like 7 seconds of him spraying. I'll bleed, expecting him to go aggro again.
You got a couple ults to work with though. Benkai does have the Hunter's Fury as
yeah,
well.
they wanted something in case they were going to go aggro, especially maybe looking at Lotus, the fact that on their attack they were just taking A main all the time. I think they thought something similar might be happening.
The only interesting thing is there's no mid control.
Kai ready to ult if they do commit.
No real ambiguity and a lot of util coming in.
Trip down, waits for the nade, then puts the trip back.
That is very cute, but they are still going
no one
to
shot the trip yet.
Force their way onto the site here.
Yeah, and it's all my own.
The entire way. Now the Hunter's Fury. Oh, it's lining
oh
up
my god, it hit a lot. Oh bro, it hit a lot.
Able to push in. He's on the back of the site, picks up 2. Now Scary.
Oh.
Trade. Stopping that
2v5.
He's just gonna
hold to the same site. Oh no, he saw it though.
Here comes Benkai, gonna send that drone forward. Trying to get a mark here on one of the members, but it's going to be taken out as the slide comes in, and Benkai able to finish off the last member.
Oh, that was nasty from Polvy.
It was cool to watch, but it's so
stupid. To follow up. A great setup for GE in a lot of different ways. The patience there from Retla to wait for that second wire, but there was a good counter from the side of Bleed. They used the drone to open up that trap wire because there's that momentary delay.
I think Na'Vi win the remaining matches? Yes, I do.
It allows Darion to actually break into sight, so that's what gets them into the back of the site to start.
Kind of I'm a little bit worried about their eco, like anti-ecos.
So they're able to do some serious damage off the back of that timing with the Owl drone. So that was a smart play from Darion.
Will Neon get nerfed? Let's see how dominant it is for a little bit.
So good today.
It's a little bit map dependent,
really feeling it.
So
right now.
Might actually just be in an okay spot, but I think I think personally it gets nerfed. I think it was an overbuff.
I mean, Russ is having his moments, lightning fast. Pulvy kind of goes without mentioning. Blaze King as well, having a big first map.
Yeah.
Just holding down the C side from the defensive side after the swap, and
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean it's just been all very smooth. It feels like Global Esports very practiced, and now coming on in, that flash is going to be huge. Is on the back of the site. They are trying to push them in here. The Bulldog kill.
What a flash! What a flash, bro! Oh boy. Okay, that one was really ambitious.
As he's not going to be able to get anything going with that overdrive. Lightning fast, left alone. And this is not the round. You know, just as we were praising them, Blade come in and smack them down on the B site.
Yeah, and that wrecks their money a little bit.
Entry from Darion.
A lot of guns there.
Stalled up by any of the utility from Blaze King, and then it's just a
Asans, thank you so much.
Great timing, hits so many
I didn't watch it, bro. I actually have no idea. I'm gonna watch it on Tuesday. Thanks for the 4 months, though.
And could not because the util was so good from Bleed. It just broke things open, and what a huge Thrifty round. There's no way Lightning Fast is going to go for this. He is
just enough on movement, but which bit of the movement enough?
And that's like guns picked up. That's such an economic swing or Bleed in this one. And what a response. I mean, no fear after just getting kind of bullied at B there in the previous round. This time they're able to kind of do a similar thing just with an extra layer to it where it's just like, okay, well, let's throw a flash in the back of sight this time and make sure that we really get that clear. They were able to clear with guns this time around.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good round for GE to speak about. Maybe they need to be heavier over towards market.
The lob right into the face of
This
both
whole
of
back
them.
of sight.
And it doesn't matter
I
what
mean,
guns
they
you've
probably
got at
should
that
have got
point.
more when they got into sight
They're just
itself,
dead.
but
And Scary putting up the big
it,
numbers there.
it made sense when they had
as they do
the
push
Sova
into
ult.
the back of the site with some
Or
excellent
maybe
flashes.
when they don't have the Sova ult. I'm not sure it's
Now,
making
it does
sense.
look like Bleed once again.
Okay, recon fast over
looking to
towards site. That
pressure
does
towards
not
the
get
B
shot as well,
site.
so they clear everywhere
And you're seeing
close.
a change up. You got the camera on top of the wall. Trapwire a little bit deeper. But it's been that left-hand side of the B site that Bleed have been pressuring. But now they're thinking about taking some mid control, smoke to cover a little bit of space, spray down
11
and come
HP.
That's Shock Dart did quite a bit of damage. I mean, Zest is down to very,
Damn,
very low
they
health. Crazy
actually
guy
tanked a lot of
lost
damage
all his
here.
armor down to 75.
But they
So
got hit by their
definitely
knife,
GE
so they
getting the
think they're
better of
middle.
that exchange. Even though Bleed trying to create some pressure, create some space, but not able to do so. Better response from Global Esports.
And now they're just going to send it into B once again, as they do send the Paranoia and some smokes from the Omen. A couple of smokes just to try to cut off all of the sight lines from the side of GE. And the spike carrier,
I mean, he was 11
he's going to
HP.
go down, so now they kind of have to rush
Darian's
it, but
descendant
Scary
was
is going to pick up one. Benkai in the back of the site will be heard, but it is going to be the rest of the team just flooding on in, especially after getting
Dude,
that
they didn't
first
take
pick and
much
make it
map
much
control
easier
here.
for Global Esports. And Scary left alone is
They just
kind of
walked into a
That
crossfire and then
change
just
up of the
waited.
camera position makes this
Didn't really like it.
timing
I think you got to
a
be
lot
way more
easier for
explosive on
Global
this map
Esports
than
to
that.
disrupt the plant, to make sure it just never happens. Because it's really good patience from them.
10 seconds left.
Even though they lose Polvi, when they're setting up those crossfires, it allows everybody to get into place and really just punish Bleed. So very nicely handled by Blaze King. And it's been a good back and forth. 3-3. No, I think we need to see some kind of bigger picture ideas for Bleed. Right now, it just really feels like they're relying on these executes to get them over the line. And this time around, GE just has a better response. I'm not sure if we're the only ones without sound on this replay.
Seems like.
Okay.
Well, we're
Sound
gonna get a
effect.
timeout.
You know, they're just like,
Yeah.
did we get paranoia there? Like we can't hear
Yes.
anything? Yeah.
Nightfall
Nightfall.
on our faces.
Everyone changed
Yeah.
comps except for Bleed.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the
but
mad
it's still
things
gonna be
about
Bleed,
the
that
change
does
that they
lose
did.
the previous round,
And
they are
it
the
kind of
first ones
speaks
that
a
call
little bit
timeout,
about duelists as
first
well.
couple of rounds go
Like
the
if
way
you
they win
don't
the
have,
pistol,
and again,
but
I'm not
Global
saying they
Esports
don't have a
immediately
person
able
that
to
can
fight
play
back pretty
Neon.
strongly.
But
Bleed only
it's
get
like
one
two
more,
things.
and I
If you
suppose
don't
they
have
wanna
a
take some time
duelist
to
that is
talk
like
about it.
super flexible, and that goes for any kind of role. Like say there's a new
Not
initiator that gets
scared to
buffed
call
and the
early
initiator's
timeouts.
just OP and you kind of
No.
have to lean
No,
into
he
it.
is
So you got
not.
to be relatively
That is
flexible in your role.
Absolutely been
Because Riot will
par
just
for
put
the
in a
course
change at
for
any
Bleed.
point.
They
Hopefully
like
not
to
in the
take those
future, but
timeouts
it
early
feels
and
like
often.
at this rate
Try
it's
to
happened
get
every
things
single
figured out,
year
but,
that we've
you
had
know,
some
you're
kind of
close
big
to
change. So
that
everyone's
salt,
got to be
you've got the
relatively
showstopper.
flexible.
So you've got some tools to work with.
And then
as
you also have
Bleed.
to have people in the
My
team
curiosity
itself
is,
to recognize that
are they
like
going to
this is this
try
agent
to
got
spread the map a little
overbuffed,
bit more?
so we
They
should be
sort of
using
did in
it.
that previous
Or
round,
this
but
is
it got shut
broken right
down
now,
by
we should be
GE.
using it.
You know, you've got to make GE
So
respect
it relies
A
around a lot
at
of
some point.
factors.
Like these executes, as good as they can be, GE's got very good responses for the most part.
Our coaches like dictators of which agent should be played. Depends, man. So those are different styles.
Takes out that showstopper, he's behind it.
Oh, he got in behind him.
Did he not
had
see him
no
close
idea.
at the beginning?
And the showstopper is on the ground, dead.
Oh no, boss! He
And
tucked
just
in
like that, you
close
just have
right,
to give
and he
up on
thought he was running
ever
to
trying
market.
get into B at this point. Maybe if you wait for a whole minute and then you go, but there's 4 members that have swarmed in there, and man, that was just really cute positioning from the side of Blaze King. Takes the initial damage, you know, on the jump peak, and then he's just tucked there in the corner, and he says, okay, he's gonna come really fast. I'm just gonna tuck myself in right behind him.
Crazy smart from Blaze King. I mean, just great stuff there. Gets the neural theft, gets the info. If they had gone mid, there was a trip there to check for it. I mean, and Ross wins his
Oh,
battle.
there's the spike bottom and middle.
is
Knife
really
hits
dire
them
for
last
Bleed.
2 remaining as well.
They're falling
This
apart
is a
at the seams.
disastrous round from
boy.
Bleed. They
And
actually
Global are just clean with it once again.
couldn't.
Oh, what a
Actually
flash.
couldn't.
Yeah, the flash comes
What
in
is
and
that
Volvi
Dolo? That's so
gonna
crazy. How
secure
you
the
ever meant to
flawless
kill
for
that?
his team with
Yeah, couldn't have
some
gone much worse.
shiny plays.
That actual last kill
He was
summed
able
up the
to
round for
glide
them.
down the stairs there. And yeah, just a very one-sided round. It really comes down to the beginning of that one. especially with Blaze King just tucking himself into that corner before Darion can even see him.
Give me this Pulvy.
So
give me this Pulvy replay.
I mean,
what does that actually look
Darion
like from his
expects him to back
POV?
out towards market, and he
This
just
guy
kinda
must be wondering how on
outguesses
earth is
Darion
he
there.
alive?
And then Pulvy's right around the corner to back up the push. In good protocols overall for GE. Ooh, that third kill. I mean, yes, he was flashed, but it still was a good shot.
It's just so cool to see him sliding down the stairs, looking away
Oh
from the
my
flash,
God.
and then he's just able to drag
This
back
is
over,
crazy.
flick him down with the headshot. Lots of time, lots of comfort, as you mentioned.
The fact that you
Double
see Darion
slide,
there
yeah. You
is a
can.
big giveaway
What is the
for
cooldown?
GE. They've got
I
a
swear
little
they
bit of
said that
time
you can do it like
kind of figure out what's
0.2.
going on on the map because
0.2.
it's
So
very
it has like a small
unlikely
cooldown
that
in
Bleed
between.
is going to try anything without Darion there to lead the charge. It's been a bit of a struggle today on this raise. Oh, lightning fast.
I know exactly.
I think he can get ahead of it. That's tough for Pulvy. Smart to get out.
When
He had
0-2 is nothing, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Small
They get
cooldown.
spotted by about 8 things, and that is going to be the B site given over. Smoke to come forward as well, but now Pulvy tries to go in, and it's just a lineup to the two of them. Scary and Crazy Guy.
Yeah, that was a lot more convincing. At least when they actually took sight here, they actually
does not work out for them.
like
Bleed
took
on the
back
board.
a sight. It wasn't just
so
like
much
a
of
creep
this map
in.
is coming down to if Bleed can get control past the pillar on B. If they get control past the pillar,
My eyes are
they're
down.
giving themselves really good opportunities.
Give me a call.
Now, it helps that Retla wins out on his lurk in this round because that keeps the map in control, keeps that flank angle from not coming through for the side of GE, but it also gives you the neural theft, which gives you the info that everybody's in boba, and then you can just
Yeah,
push
this
in,
knife
set up
might be
some
pretty
crossfires,
giant.
and wait things out.
So you can
So,
get a lot of
nicely set
info
up
with
by
it.
Bleed. Great play by Retla
Double KO
to really give his team
and a
a great round. And it
KO
continues
to
be
shut
just
down. This could be a
phenomenal
nice
back and
timing on
forth.
this.
Now you've got both no commands available.
Did it
for
hit the
KOs.
Omen as well?
Crazy Guy does have his ult. So GE this time though, gonna be giving up a ton of space onto A. Basically gonna have to play for retake at this point. I mean, if you challenge this, you better have a really nice timing on Bleed's entry because you don't have a lot of support. I mean, especially with just like a paranoia and some flashes, it's gonna be really tough. There's that Hunter's Fury, and the good news is you baited out this ult.
Yeah,
Didn't
good
take
news
any
is that you
damage.
now have everything to retake.
Yeah,
Both
I mean,
ults
as you mentioned
done,
before, just
and their retake must
essentially
be
just gonna look for the full
unreal
retake
with this
here.
comp.
Is Global Esports. They didn't really get hit by much of
Right.
anything. And
Think about all,
a chance
think
to
about
go for
all the
your
util you
counter
can use in a
command. We'll see it.
retake.
they're going to throw that in, and that they do. We do see Lightning Fast with the first operator kill on the Zest.
And now Omen
Obi
Flash.
trying to run on in, just doing some dipping, some
Yeah, the Omen
diving.
Flash was
He's
not
going to go
great.
in, and Retla is so clean on the sighting.
Ooh,
It's another
bro.
head. And Lightning
Oh
Fast,
my
okay,
God,
is gonna
bro,
shut that
4.
down, but already the damage has been done.
The only thing that
Fast
really
tries to
missed the
switch
mark
over,
here,
but
other than this
it's
smoke,
really just
was the
not
Omen
a lot of
Flash.
time. There's a lot of spray. He has to rush with it. 4 kills over to Retla. And it looks like he's just going to try to get his op and get out. But look at this. Scary trying to shut it down. Lightning Fast has a good idea, but it doesn't matter. Scary
Yeah.
will
I mean,
still
that's
shut
an
him down. It's
insane
another
round
over
from
to Bleed.
Redler. Dude, GE,
Yeah, I don't mind what GE
I
does
don't know.
in terms of their macro
I don't know how they tunnel vision
strategy
so
for
much
this
on
round.
this guy with the Omen
It's just
Flash.
great execution from
Just gotta
Retla
enable your guys
to
on
just
sight,
shut
yeah.
this round right down. It almost looked like it was going to be another one of those. Polvy jumps in. He's got great support. You know, they follow up behind him to get that first kill. But then Retla just so
That's
ready.
some nice shots, though. We'll give him that.
For sure.
The problem is, at the
overall a really good day
moment,
for Global.
like,
Now Bleed starting to
KO got
really
a big buff because
come alive in the last 2 rounds.
Neon's
have been
good,
on
so
Retla.
pop flash swings are
with
incredible.
The pick and the neural theft to set up the B hit, and that round just holding his feet on A. And there
You
was
could
no
definitely,
extra
I
layer
think in teams
to
at the
that-
moment, I probably
that
would
dive
heavy
from
lean into,
Colby. He
like,
dashes in so far that, yeah, they're able to trade the first one
Neon
from elbow,
Gecko,
but then
KO.
Colby's left on an island, and that just kind of sets up Retla for success in his position. He's
I
gotta
feel
give
like
Retla a
those
lot of
three are
credit there.
crazy strong at the moment.
Just being where he was smart because it was in an anti-neon position essentially. So good job by him. Good job by Bleed. Let's see what Lightning Fast can do.
Breach is pretty good now as well.
So has to clear it, but Bleed doesn't like that.
The trio comp, yeah, I just feel like
wrong.
it's the ultimate trio at the moment.
They're definitely not wrong. We got, 2.5 guys looking there towards mid. Smoke coming down. And the Cypher's set up here on A. That's where Blaze King is going to stand and hope to stop this push from coming in. We do have Polvi pushed out just a little bit from that B site, trying to see what he can see, but there's a smoke there to deny some information, deny a push, but this is just going to be a full
GE
push
have full
towards A once
info.
again, it looks like.
Look at GE.
Aggro B, all the
They're
middle.
so ahead of this. It's going to be important
Yeah,
that
pretty
Retla
much suss this one out.
maybe win this flank battle against Russ, but he does not.
And then
Russ
does he
is
just
ready for
knife
the
here,
angle,
or
it
does he
takes him
save
down.
his knife?
This really breaks open the space.
Oh man, alright, how
for
on earth do they
GE.
get into sight
It'll
here?
be really difficult now. Oh, what a
That's an
spot there from Blaze King.
unbelievable recon.
Yeah, it's just massive. I mean, they're just so ready for this. They saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah,
and
they just had
nobody on
so
the
much
side of Bleed
information
is able
around
to
the
do
map.
anything.
They literally just
The
had
crazy guy
all of
just on
this
his
map
lonesome.
control,
Okay, he is going to pick
and
up
it was
one
like,
kill,
well, they have to
but it is
literally be
definitely
here.
the round going the way of Global Esports, and GE just going to let him go and save. So yeah, as you mentioned, they got the early information, and they were able to set up so ahead of time, and that was shut down very easily.
Yeah, and it's so crucial there that Russ wins that 1v1
How good is the
against
KO knife
Retla,
versus Neon
because
versus
that
the Raised
forces
Jet? I mean,
Bleed
it's still
to have
good
to pull
against
the trigger on that
against the
execute,
ult.
and that means Blaze King
I'm scared of the
is so
Neon
ready
ult
for
when I
his
watch it.
util's
So
already set
having
up,
a
so he can
KO
play
to
off
shut
that
this
as well,
down,
but
I would be
it's just the
so
ability
fine
to have
with
that
that.
mental preparation to know that, okay, they're in a really bad spot because we've got that flank angle, we've got the pressure, and unless they can completely commit like 2 or 3 players to try to clear Russ, they're going A. And
We're going to see a
that's
mad clip
really,
this year with
really
this
nice
ult.
setup and execution. The mid control is
I
really
don't know
the
when
most
it's gonna
important part of that
happen.
round for GE.
But the clip is going to be
So
insane.
maybe
It's
some
going to
of
be
that
like one of
going
the
from
best
the timeout.
aces or 4Ks we've ever seen.
Coach is just helping set
With the
them up
Neon
for
ult.
success for the future round. We're all tied up here. Wouldn't be surprised if this does go 6-6.
This is a really good
but
timing of the knife.
see if one team wants
Breaks
to take
the
advantage. Is
drone.
Polvi just going to go for a dry peek? Does get taken down.
Understand it. I
Marion.
think he's got a jump peek
I was
that
hoping
though.
with that 0 point, catching the Sova, eliminating the drone, that he could catch Bleed a bit off
I
guard.
think
They
the
were very ready.
reason
There
for
were
that
3 of
was
them
the
standing
knife
there
only
watching
hit
that.
one, so they thought it was a fake.
Did not work out in
but-
Polvi's favor.
Yeah. We do have Bleed off of that kill, looking to push
It
here
will be
towards
Mini
B.
Boo.
There are a
That's
couple of
actually
guys
very
here
likely.
from GE, but
Yeah.
man advantage. Oh, this angle from Benkai going to be huge. He does get spotted down. And they're still going to go for this push here. Just a little bit slow on this one as they're spotted. And a lot of members from Global Esports going to
Okay,
flood
they
in.
decide to
They flood
cancel and they're
out
sending it over, and
of
we
that
got double
B
kill
main
trip.
area. Look
An
to go
Omen
towards
ult to
A.
get there early. Omen ult for
Lightning
Omen ult.
Fast TP'd with Scary. So he's already here, so Scary has to pump the brakes. He has to
5
reconsider
seconds?
this plan.
Dude, this is a weird one.
There's trap wires all over the place. This is
Benkai
dangerous
has
for
his
Bleed now.
drone as well.
He just teleported into a very dangerous area. But he is going to set up control, at least on the site.
Benkai doesn't get
Global
much of his
Esports
drone.
is
They
pretty
thought
far
they were a
back.
lot closer than
On
they
this
were.
one, they will let
They
this
didn't know
get
exactly where the
planted.
Omen ult stuck to.
And immediately
The
we'll
counter
call
Omen ult from Scary was
Russ
actually
over to help
sick
out with
here.
this one.
This is going to be really tough for GE, though. Bleed was able to stabilize. Oh, what a flash.
Oh, the flash is
Whoa.
big,
What?
but still going to go the way of Scary.
Wait,
who
there was
is
no trade here as
incredibly
well?
low. Crazy Guy also going to be taken out on Lightning Fast. He's on the site. And nobody's
his
able to
plan
lock him
is-
down, really. He's going to tap this. He's going to try to hold it, actually, but does come off of it as he takes some damage.
Big
Darion
Joe.
is going to pick up one, but Retla
I
was
thought he got off
eliminated, and
it.
now the defuse is coming in, and that's just going to be the straight-up defuse. Darion
God, what a weird
also will
round
go
this
down to
was.
Lightning Fast, who ends up being the hero of this round.
What a great read from Lightning Fast on that TP from
I
Scary.
mean, they just had full info though, right? They smoked this off. They were dueling over towards here. I'm pretty sure they worked out where everyone was, and then you can just TP to the back side.
And Lightning Fast does it there. He buys so much time even though Bleed is able to get the plant down, getting to some decent post plants, it still sets up GE as well to get over into B a little bit quicker. So that was really nice, and then able to hold down that round, get on that defuse. Everybody doing their job. Ovi going aggressive with the Outlaw. Saw the feet. Oh, can't land the shot.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, only one person with heavy armor. I like this from GE though. They know that they're one away from Razor. They're probably going to be going for it. There were two people ready to punish if they took aggro A, and they had just early B control.
Sitting outside of B.
And a great decision by Polvi to buy the Outlaw, understanding the economy that Bleed had. It's going to be very, very weak.
The problem is this Raze can tank a. This Raze can tank this. This is a great cross map knife as well.
To back it up, so
that hit at least 2.
And like you mentioned, Valdez, he has that overdrive as well, so he's got some great ability in this round to really kind of shut Bleed
with
out.
That knife going in, Bleed kind of know.
Somebody's got to poke this butt. Ovi down to 4.
Bleed kind of know that they have a small window. That's so silly, man. They know they have a small window where they're not gonna get shut down with the knife for the ult. And yeah, he one-shot someone for 140 and then just spams him through the smoke with his ult. Polvi goes down. He was low HP anyway. We got 2 low HPs on site. It's a hard round for Bleed.
The cage up, he's got his camera shot down. Ooh, the shock dart gonna get that kill.
Russ is literally full U-zone.
By the Hunter's Fury.
Wait, Russ is on the flank. He might have messed up.
Multiple pieces of utility. And quick one from the side of Lightning Fast. And a big chance for them as it is 4v2 on the retake here. But Crazy Guy able to trade one back. Does get flashed, and now coming in from Market, that is going to be a kill from Blaze King. Crazy Guy the last one down. He gets 1, he gets 2.
Oh man, that was nearly a cliff, man. That was nearly a cliff. 7. Oh, and Bleed. I mean, Bleed 1 pistol at 5.
Almost turned that round on its head.
Jesus,
for Bleed.
sorry, chat.
But I mean, really, generally here, Valdez, I'm very impressed with the overall game plan and strategies and executions for Global Esports. I mean, they're playing as a team really well. They're playing off the Neon pretty well. They have really good ideas on what Bleed is going to do and how they can shut it down for the most part. Yeah, Bleed has some really good executes. And when they're able to get those to connect, they had some really, really good rounds. They had some success. But Global is always able to answer that. They're always able to bounce back
technically,
and kind of find those resets. So it was a very, very smart half from Global. And now Bleed
that's what I forgot to do, Prodigy.
Going to be on the defender side where
that's what I forgot to do. Okay, I can look into it today.
Bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, those stats are kind of
just in general not good.
Not great.
Like, I don't think the side really matters. Honestly, I think it's just kind of these two teams haven't had too much success.
Yeah.
In general, but
the real concern for me is
these percentages are absolutely savage.
Them like it did on Lotus, right? Like, the Roadrunner is in full effect, and you end up looking like Wile E. Coyote against
someone's percentage here has to get better.
Getting smashed by anvils.
There's honestly a chance that both of them get better.
Running into walls that aren't there.
Yeah.
Big chance.
Making rockets.
Is it Roadrunner that runs off the cliff, or is it Wile E. Coyote? Is it both?
Well, the Roadrunner can keep going so it doesn't fall, I think, and then Wile E. Coyote tries to chase
to follow,
it,
and then it's stops in midair and then falls.
Yeah, it makes like a dust cloud.
Yeah.
And
oh man, those old cartoons. There's probably one guy in chat that gets.
There's got to be at least one, right?
This is like 1 or maybe 2. Maybe it's us.
just us boomers, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is really gonna set the tone. Global Esports in the lead. If they can pick up a pistol round quickly, this could be big. They haven't stacked Polvi or anything like that. It's just going to be
Bleed with aggro A. They're going to control this with one person. Maybe they get an AWP.
This strategy does look like for them.
Trying to get Razor as early as possible.
In the middle of the map,
GE at least hear the AWP getting taken, and they can press tab, and they can realize that Razor's here. Razor's always going to play this pause.
Having a great couple of maps, but because it's going to be a little bit different with the way that he is potentially setting up Polvi. Using those
Omen flash into
like
recon. Oh my god, he got stuck on the corner.
Great setup there from GE.
Wait,
yeah, I mean, they know if he's gonna
he thought he was something. He actually thought he was somewhere fully different, because Guy has naded out thinking he's naded here, and he's naded himself. I've never seen someone so blind from an open flash. Ooh, Blaze King might have owned this.
I have no idea. The timing on that was so good.
That might just be the round. I mean, they have so much control over this, over the site now. And it's not that easy to get in here and retake this one.
No. No, it is not.
Nope.
The understatement of the year. All they have is one.
Let's see how drilled they are with this one. They got no nade, so it literally has to be spam. Spam on the pistol rounds. Got no vision block, but they smoke themselves off, and then it's just spamming.
It's not going to hit anything as Holby also just going to spam
it looks like they have good protocols with it. They spam the closest to the wall where you can be, and then you just know everywhere to the left you can spam.
And it's not looking too good for him as they are hunting him down. He does pick up one. And
yeah,
dude, it's such a,
like, this is just the example. Like, this is the only example Riot should ever need. It's a 5v3. It's a 5v3. They smoke themselves off in a pistol round. In theory, the worst round that you would ever have to spam a spike.
Why I said my eyes were on Benkai is because he can use
and they
things
smoke
like the
themselves off.
To set up Holby as well.
Like, if that's not the sign of something that is wrong in your map, I don't know what is.
He can use that Sova as well. I mean, there was a combo with the Paranoia and the Paint Shells too. So it's,
again, just take this line out. Take this line where you can plant out, and just have it as
set up Holby there.
It'd be so fine.
Oh, that one's just hit Holby, just waiting. Darion and Darion pays the price.
Yeah, that he does. Maybe just trying to catch them running away after the paint shells.
Everyone does this now? Yeah, but like, that is the best example, man. People doing it in pistol rounds, where the guns literally are the worst at spamming.
We're optimistic about it, and Global Esports just going to say, okay, with that guy in that position, looks like B should be pretty free. Crazy guy going to hear them all running in, so that gives them the information. And even going to utilize the drone just to make 100% sure that they can get onto the site very cleanly. They have gone for 3 big rifles and 2 ghosts after the pistol round.
Well, you want to watch it again? Not that they're going to be going for it, but
although it looks like it is just going to be, it's not going to matter.
It's going to be the same for Abyss, but for both sides. Yes, I kind of agree with that, but I think Sage is just going to be hard meta. So I think it shouldn't matter too much.
Claim some of those orbs that otherwise would go into the nether.
I also strongly believe Sage is the best agent on this map at the moment, but just no one plays it. Just because maybe the meta doesn't suit it, and Info Sentinel is really strong, but I think you can have double. I would rather have Sage over all the duelists at the moment, but I kind of get why taking A without a duelist is very, very hard.
Great game planning from GE. I mean, every situation, they're trying to maximize their value. That's a sign of a team that's really dialed in.
We get Neon ult for the bonus? Oh my god, that is actually the sickest ult you could have for a bonus.
Again, just Darion out there. Holby just winning all these battles. 3 kills on the round.
Why Sage? This map or Abyss? Because on Abyss, the rotates are so long. The double slow is like insanely good, and the way that Abyss plays, at least in my head, is that everyone just tries to get a plant and then plays heavy off-site. Ooh, nice shot, bro. So having a long wise wall where you can just defuse behind it is pretty much the one in my books. Because the rotates are so long as well.
Be able to dodge that recon.
Also, the wall on attack, there's just so much you can do. Like, Abyss is the best Sage map you've ever seen.
So he can keep all their players over here. Just hold this corner. Zest goes for the flash, but the smoke already there. No value to be found.
Like, I'm pretty sure the person that made Abyss is a Sage main. That's where I'm looking at it. Because it looks like the whole map was designed for Sage.
I like what they're doing. Lightning fast to gone all the way over to the other side of the map. Send a smoke.
Even the most selfish walls are. It's actually like they rung up like Grim or something, and they're like, Grim,
this is nuts.
You want to make us a map? And he was like, sure, man, I would do this, and this, and this. And they were like, actually, yeah, we'll do all of that. Oh, okay.
Like literally right next to him on the site, and he is going to go down. So it doesn't really pay off.
30 seconds left.
And we already see the rotation coming in towards B. And Retla's already here, ready for this one. And through the smoke he goes. Lightning Fast will be able to win this 1v1. But okay, they're actually trying to plant this down as well. Still a chance for Global Esports, especially if they get the
giant
planted,
flank.
They will.
Got to get there.
You guys got to stay alive, though.
Just have to get there. He's only got
Yeah, they
32 health.
tried
They
to
have no
tuck him
idea
to
where he
main.
is. But
Scary's just on top of it.
Now they
Still
know.
a nice,
100%.
still a nice
That is
bonus.
gonna be Zest
Gotta
with the
definitely shout out
Just
Darren
took a
hitting
little
that
bit
shot
too
onto
long
Polvi
for
was
these
everything.
ideas to come to fruition for GE. You know, watching it on the map, we can see what's happening, and there's nothing wrong with what they did there. You know, they got kind of stymied at A. They couldn't get through the way they wanted, so they changed directions, but it just took a little bit too long. You know, Lightning fast to gain control of B main again, set up for the mid push. I like the attempt with the paranoia plus the overdrive to try to push through. Just gets shut down nicely by Darion. And then Benkai going for that crazy lurk through the smoke. Just good kill, again, that bought time though, and that's why I thought maybe GE would be able to execute. They're able to isolate Retla on the site, but they just weren't able to kind of figure it out fast enough where the openings were, and that's tough to do.
All right, giant buy rounds,
So far, GE's
because
been
if Bleed lose
quite
this,
good
they're at
today.
11.
Yeah, the cage is
It's
gonna
too
come out, but the
much.
paranoia does hit Redlaw.
Double kill
As
trips.
they do make their way onto
And
the
there's
site
no one
here.
to get a
Crazy
kill
Guy's
off
getting
of
a lot of information
that
though,
trip.
and already a bunch of damage as Redlaw's got the angle with the Guardian, but able to be traded down as they do
man.
clear out the site.
And then are they just now
GE
gonna
should be
get
able
the
to this
plant and stick in
down.
B main?
You gotta save. There's no point in fighting for this as Bleed. Maybe you get one and then you leave. But that spot, you just gotta go. There's
Spike planted.
very little hope here.
Well, it's done.
Seeing if anyone's going to give them, you know, a
Is
gimme,
it done?
If anyone's going to peek
Let's
them.
think. They
But
can one way.
Still staying.
They
I
can
mean,
nade.
are they really going to try to fight in the B main here?
It's
2v4?
done. I mean, I would KO this.
I
You kind of wanna
Tell
info
from
that they're
us.
actually going for it.
I think it's a good idea, but they might feel like they're too far behind. They need to make something happen, and they
I'm
do have the paint shells.
happy to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I mean, paint shells get some value, some damage in, but there's still a lot of utility. Able to stop the plants, and now Scary gets in, but Russ traded
One
it down.
enemy remaining.
And again, there's just not enough
Got a
time
little bit
to
close.
get the win.
Yeah,
do
they actually
take
had like pretty
some
much the
guns out
best
of
two
hands
agents
of
to deal
Global
with this.
Esports, but they're not gonna look
And
around.
Lightning Fast was dead, so they couldn't smoke
Yeah,
themselves
I
off.
mean, look,
So
It almost
it was
worked.
the best situation to try
good
and go
read
for
on
the 2v4.
Understanding a few things there.
Okay,
for Bleed.
we got an
They knew they
eco.
had a couple
We're up
players
to
beat
11 basically,
Paint
unless
shells on
something
a ton
mad
of value,
happens.
gets the kill. And you're able to swing that corner really nicely. But this entry is really, really good. Nobody runs into any of Retla's traps, and they're cleared. It's a good fast lane by Polvi to open up the space so he can clear the utility.
Last play.
Very close, but
Yeah, even there, like, hold up.
You're fine with that.
They got a little bit
because
too
you
close.
still get the round win. You take another gun out of Bleed's hands. Their economies, you know, a couple players have some money to buy.
Fine with that
but-
is global, right?
or excuse me, yeah.
Yeah.
Global.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
Bleed, you're not.
Booth on the side of Bleed. This has not been their best match, and, you know, this was meant to be a close one. I think both of these teams, you know, like you were saying before, predictions go either way. Like, I think it's fine to predict either of these teams going into this one, but Global Esports have just shown up in a much bigger way today. Sometimes that's what it comes down to, which team is just ready to play on that day. And clearly, Global Esports are just outplaying them at this point in time.
Yeah, and this is one of the best versions we've seen of Global this year in terms of game planning, execution, strategy, gunplay.
Yeah, I like this as
All
well
those
though.
things
They
are
smoke
coming
off
together.
mid, they camera.
Hopefully
If
it's
the
not
camera
too late
gets
for them
shot,
in terms of
they have a
getting to the playoffs
recon
or
and
something
probably a
like that. Like,
flash that goes
still
behind
hope
it as well, so
potentially,
they
but
can take
a
mid.
lot of work to be done.
Camera
However,
doesn't get
there
shot,
are
so they
really
just know
encouraging
that
signs.
all
I
the
mean,
mid is
the way
free.
that they're game planning behind the Neon, every time I'm seeing really good follow-up, or at least if they're sending Polvi out on his own, there's really good reasons behind it. Either he has the overdrive or someone has like a nightfall to back it up, stuff like that is coming through. So there's like deep layers to this strategy, and Global is also making really good reads on the fly. So credit to Benkai, who's not just having a great day with his rifle, he's having a great day IGLing this team and maneuvering around the map. And this time around, they're going to slow it down, spread the map, look for any lurks, look for early aggression.
It's just
See
a
if they can get any-
nice round at the
get any
moment from
info
GE. Everything
on
that
how
they're
Bleed is
doing. The
set up,
problem
but
is
really so
3
far
people
there
over
isn't
here.
much. know they're not really
And
pushing
the
through
one
vision
is
because of the
the
cam.
raid boss.
That's about all you got. You are going to catch Zest there, but that's it with that 0 point.
30 seconds
Yeah.
left.
And Darion in here. He actually has purchased a rifle for this round, and he might be able to get some nice value. It's now Crazy Guy gonna hit that headshot, and still Darion's
boy.
hanging out.
Hey,
Market
Benkai.
trying to get
Oi,
sold.
they
But he's gonna be shut
saved them.
down.
Double saved
He
the
goes
kill.
in with the showstopper.
Again.
Yeah, and it's
Blaze
a
King.
massive ult.
Okay. Sorry, Blaze King. I curse you.
Yeah. Dies to a classic. Unlucky. Scary is back here with his own classic. It is Zest who has been able to upgrade.
I like the call here.
And now
Go
he's
deal
gotta
with one.
push in a main by himself. There's one. He does have the flash. 13 health. Decent amount of time. Hoping.
Whoa,
okay,
shots.
there's another one.
Whoa.
And, Benkai
Oh my god,
with the
Benkai, dude,
blink.
that looked so
So he
dodgy.
wasn't looking quite the right direction.
Yeah,
but
it
immediately
looked like he was
able to
looking the
recorrect.
complete opposite way. I would
His
love to
aim
see his
does shut
POV
it
of how he
down.
gets his
Close
kill.
one, actually. Bleed making it close with not much firepower at all.
That must have looked
Yeah, well,
absolutely
Bleed
wild
makes
from his POV.
Some nice adjustments.
It was a good
slightly
good attempt on the
deeper,
eco.
Trip for Retla does cost GE a player.
Oh
But Blaze
man,
King
the
again in a
attack
perfect
trip.
spot to shut down those rockets from Darion. He has
Player standing.
done a great job
Oh,
with that on this map. Wow,
okay, yeah.
Benkai. But there's been some really close ones. Bleed's been, one player away a couple times, but they've been going against them, and that's why they're so far down. Able to buy guns, but if GE wins this going into map and match point, they're gonna have a very weak buy. Look at that. The most credits anybody has is Crazy Guy with 550.
Yeah. It's do or die, essentially, at this point in time for Bleed. They need to win it here, right now. And we'll see if it does go that way. No command available here for Russ. We do have the counter from the side of Bleed, and they do have 4 guys over on the A site feeling this pressure at this point in time.
Be tough. There's a lot of util here for Bleed. Shut this attack down, but Crazy Guy.
Full
this is
pass
so
and
risky.
push to the right.
Right
Did
out
they
of
get
that
double
smoke.
tagged?
Immediately, the 0 point comes out.
Wow, this
Crazy
is
Guy
really
does
cool.
have some backup behind him. Scary with them, and Crazy Guy gets one.
They
Oh,
split,
GE is breaking it
they
open.
crunch middle
Yeah, he
through
got the
here
one,
and
but
here and smoke off
immediately
right
he just
side.
gets spammed
Dude,
down by
GE have
Benkai.
been
Now
working,
Blaze
man.
King all of a
They
sudden
have
gonna take down Darion.
they got like
Just
they got
on
new
the back.
stuff. They got their B, they beat afterplant down, which they've always had. They have a new default over towards middle that actually has like protocols based off of a camera getting shot, and they have a new split over towards middle. We smoke off to the right and you just walk in, and you can have a drone that goes over the top, and no one's going to push for a smoke when there's a drone here.
One time he was a little late on one, but other than that, they've been really good. And him breaking open that extra space allows them to pivot off that A hit. Just use that
cool.
smoke that's on A where Bleed has to respect it. They have to be like, okay, they can push this site. We've got the people in place. But then GE makes a better read and says we can cut through Link, go towards top mid.
You like this GE?
Blaze
Dude,
King,
it's
if he
been
wins
a
that
good,
fight,
it's
then
been
we
a good
definitely
GE today.
have got B site broken open for us. So really, just phenomenal. Phenomenal stuff from GE today. I can't say enough about how good this has been.
Yeah. That's why this has been so one-sided. Bleeds just have not been able to find an answer as they are sprinting in towards them, desperate to take a gun out of their hands. We mentioned how their economy is pretty much down in the dumps at this point in time. They were able to hold on to 2 rifles as...
Yeah, look at Redla, bro. That's never happened to him in
counter
scrims.
angle. Benkai gets the 1 spray down as well, and Blaze King gets
When
this.
someone gets caught that out in the open,
Again,
even though
it's
there's a
really
smoke
good
over
timing on the
towards
utility
A,
from
that has
Benkai
never happened to that guy in
finds that
scrims.
extra kill on the A site. And that isn't
Because I know
as
they've called
necessary
the
in some ways,
smoke,
'cause I think they
but
were
then
pretty
he's just
committed
not
towards
even thinking that
pushing
someone would
towards
try
Link
and push
there,
up through with it.
to pivot over to B, but still, those pickups go a
Okay,
long
6
way.
chances.
And now
Ross
Bleed
still
needs
has
to
his
win
ult.
6 in a
This
row
would
just to get
cancel the
overtime. They've got some
defensive
ults,
Sova
but
ult.
so does GE. They do have the no command here for Russ. And, if you can get that deep enough, Crazy Guy won't be able to use
Dude,
that
if
Hunter's Fury
GE are
to try to
leaning
shut down
into
the
like the
executes of GE.
pop or some kind of
Depends on
flash in
how
the
and
neon,
I mean, Retla as well does have his neural
they
tech, so
I'm not saying they're gonna
Bleed can
make
find a pick
playoffs,
here,
but they're definitely gonna look
they
way
could
better
set
than
up
they
for a
looked in
nice
the
combo.
split one.
with those 2 ultimates. But
It's nice
just
to see
getting
a
there
team
in a comfortable fashion
fully just
has been
adapt
tricky.
to the
They've been losing
changes.
some of these early duels. They've been losing on the lurks. A very difficult map for Bleed, to say the least.
Zest is
Or
going to get
embrace
some
them, I guess.
information. Sees a barrel, just one barrel. As we know, there is a group of 4
There's
people here in mid.
Many barrels.
Yeah, and and Zest is not going to expect that. Immediately, Milkman comes out. Fast lane as well.
Insta-KO
Is coming on
to
through,
stop.
but it's gonna be Relentless
Ooh, we
goes
saw
down
ult from really
instead.
far back. Can it
As
get
they
any?
clear out the B site here once again. We do see the Hunter's Fury.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't look like it gets any. They got a retake 3v5. This is done. They got Omen Flash, but
Yeah. Well, this is going to be so difficult. I mean, the good news is your 3 players left alive haven't been hit yet, but another lurk from GE. This time it's Benkai. So if you even see Blaze King, you might think you just need a clear main, but are they going to be ready for another lurk?
They're sending everything they possibly can into main, so all focus,
you gotta
all
keep an eye on
attention
Benkai,
on this
huh?
one angle. And the bomb buddy gonna come out here as Bolby just gonna slide on in.
he's
Looking
absolutely
challenge
sent
them
it. Managed to get a
aggressively
straight
going
kill
into the
doing
flank,
that.
and that's gonna do it.
Yeah,
13
that
to 6
was
once
impressive. I
again,
liked it.
2 in a row to the side of Global Esports.
They look
as
way
take
comfier.
2-0 tonight.
I mean, I'm
way
so impressed
comfier.
with Global Esports today. In just
Yeah,
about
I
every
thought
category.
I thought this would be a little bit
I don't want
closer.
to say they were flawless, but they were